Good afternoon from Your Best Car in Kent. My name's Ben. I'm from one of our 2 UK branches. We're in Cranbrook, 10 miles outside of Tunbridge Wells, or just a 40-minute train commute from London. Our other site is in Buckinghamshire near Marlow, and combined we have over 600 5-star reviews. So please check out our website to see those reviews of our happy customers and of course the rest of our fleet. Before I get into the walk around, I'd just like to answer 2 of the most frequently asked questions that we get here, which are: do we take part exchanges and do we offer finance? The answers are both yes and yes, we will take your part exchange. We can even pay off outstanding finance on your current car, and on top of that, I'm thrilled to say that we are industry beating with our low APR finance rates. So if finance is the route for you, then please get in contact with us, or you can visit our website yourbestcar.co.uk, where we have a finance calculator at the bottom of every advert. So whether it's PCP or HP that you're after, you can input some numbers, adjust the filters, find something that works for you, then there'll be a finance breakdown of that contract before you hit apply. So this is the walk around video for our 7-seater Range Rover Sport, presented in Yulong white exterior paint. The paintwork is complemented wonderfully by the much sought after black exterior pack and the Narvik black contrasting roof. The black pack comprises various darkened exterior enhancements or chrome deletes to give the car more of a handsome and stealthy look overall. Starting on the front, we've got a black front grille, we've got black side vents and bonnet vents, black mirror caps, black window surrounds for the rear privacy glass, and then in addition to these black inserts, you've got my favourite part, the upgraded and unmarked 21-inch gloss black 9-spoke alloy wheels. Now, what do I mean by unmarked? There's no signs of curbing, there's no scratches, no scuffs on any of these alloys. They're all in fantastic condition, and they look just like the 2 that I'm pointing out now. So that's a little bit about the exterior. You may have also filtered down your search, so you know that this is the HSE dynamic trim level. So you're getting a handful of the best features and specifications that Land Rover offer for this generation. Besides that, it has the ferocious 3-litre V6 diesel engine producing 306 brake horsepower. That, combined with its 4-wheel drive, the Terrain Response 2 program and the electronic air suspension, makes for an extremely comfy ride regardless of speed and road conditions. So onto the interior. First of all, whilst the car is locked, the side mirrors are folded in, and then with that you get keyless entry. So right now the car is of course locked. We come into close proximity and unlock the handle. The key's in my pocket, by the way. The side mirror will pop out and the car will unlock without having to push the button, of course. Then inside we've got the ebony black perforated Windsor leather seats. These front 2 seats can be electrically adjusted. The adjustment for that is found just down here. The front 2 seats have memory mode 2 as well as a heating function. You've then got your upgraded surround sound system, Meridian. Here's just one of the speakers. Then the driver has a leather-wrapped multi-function steering wheel. The steering wheel column can be electrically adjusted. That is found just down here. Then you've got your paddle shifters for switching it into your manual mode, cruise control, voice control, hands-free buttons, then your multimedia buttons for your digital interactive display. I'll show you that in just a second. That is your cockpit. And then up above, you've got your panoramic sunroof. So that stretches all the way back. It really opens the cabin space. And then there's a sun blind as well, which again, I'll show you in just a second. Then down below is your Touch Pro Duo infotainment display. So if we have a hop inside, and I'll show you some of the features on here. Now we've got keyless start to pair with the keyless entry, and a touchscreen interface. The Touchscreen Pro Duo, of course, has dual screens, so different options for the top and bottom. Let's just turn down the air conditioning. There we go. So I've included all the options in the advert photos. You might have seen them all, but we'll go through most of them now in the video too. So this is your main menu. You've then got a second set of menus, or a second set of applications on the second and third page. So on the main menu, your navigation. So SatNav is built in as standard. A big perk of it being the wide touchscreen is that you can move the map around, you can pinch and zoom to quickly see your points of interest. Onto media. So radio, FM, AM and DAB radio as standard. Then you can also connect up your own music via Bluetooth or via USB. You've also got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you might have already seen from the photos I've connected up my phone, completely fine. But of course, don't worry if you haven't got Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you can still, well, you've still got sat-nav built in and you can still connect up your own music via USB or Bluetooth. You can also use Bluetooth to connect up your hands-free. So this is, you'll have your contacts stored in here. You can make calls, take calls. You can use the buttons on the steering wheel too to help you out. So you can keep your phone tucked away whilst driving. As I briefly showed you on the second page, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You've got your web browser as well, cameras, which I'll show you in just a second. And onto the third menu, vehicle dimensions. That's really handy. This will show you, of course, the vehicle dimensions. So if we click down here, this will show you the access height, normal height, and off-road height. So if we put the car into reverse, we'll see on the same screen our reversing camera with our sensors, which you can hear, our guidelines and obstacle markings too. Then down below, this is our climate controls, our terrain response and seat heating settings. So we've got a dual zone climate control on the left and right hand side. We can have separate temperatures like the seat heating, of course. And to click down here, this is our intensity. Then in the middle is our terrain response controls. More on that in just a second. I just want to show you the seat heating first. So we can press the buttons on here to turn on and off. And then climate controls, again, it's just more of a manual way of seeing where exactly the air conditioning is flowing to. And then back onto the vehicle, this is your various terrain response controls too. So if we go down here into the center console, at the moment when it's clicked down, this is in automatic, but this is your selection here. So you can also, well, you can look through here and you can also look through the screen to see your various programs, so grass, gravel, snow, mud ruts, sand, rock crawl, etc. But we just keep it in automatic for now. And then you have an overriding electronic air suspension. So right now this is lit up. This is very important. So the pictures that you've seen in the advert, as well as of course in this video, this is the car in the access height. So the lowest height, but you can raise it by using this button here. Under the armrest, you've got quite a lot of storage, 2 USB ports, as well as your micro SIM card. And then under here, you've got 2 cup holders, and then again a hidden area of storage down there. To operate the sun blind, you press this button here. So one hard press will close it. I'll keep it open just so I can show you what it looks like in the rear. And then in the middle, your interactive cockpit. So you can use the buttons on the left-hand side to navigate through this. You might have already seen from one of the photos, you've got your map, which displays in front of you. So if I just go across to vehicle information, oh no, sorry, one more, display. So display layout, we can go to full map. And this will show us our satellite navigation, exactly the same as what we've got on the left hand side. There we go. So that's it for the front cabin. Let's have a look at the rest of the car now. Of course, back here we've got the exact same seat upholstery. Plenty of head and leg room, further enhanced by the panoramic sunroof, really opening up the cabin space. You've got the premium floor mats down below, as well as seat heating for the rear outer seats. So onto the rear, of course, we've got the rear privacy glass extending to the rear pane, and then part of the black accents you can see the spoiler, the rear fins, and then parts of the bumper, again just to add to that stealthy look. So we've got a powered tailgate. Of course we can close it the exact same way. This is a 7-seater, of course, so when the 2 seats are up, this is what you're left with in terms of space. And in all honesty, you've probably got room for 2 to 3 weekend bags, even with the 2 seats up in the back. To collapse the rear set seats, we can press these buttons here. It's just a click and hold. And then likewise for opening back up. I'm going to keep them up just so I can show you the fronts of these seats in just a second. But also down here, we've got the button for our electronic tow bar. So we press that button once, it will beep a couple of times. If you give it 10, 15 seconds or so, that will eventually erect out for you. So no need to get on your hands and knees, there's no need to fit it yourself. That will now be fitted nice and strong. And then we do the same thing to close it. Again, back to the electronic air suspension, we can raise and lower the rear ends of the car by pressing the buttons on the left hand side too. So you might need to load some heavy cargo, or you might be sitting on the edge, putting on your shoes, whatever. So another great option to have. So move around to the rear, of course, to get into the rear two seats, you can fold this forward. Really easy to operate. As you can see, I'm doing it all one-handed. That'll give you the opening, and then back here the exact same seat upholstery for the rear two seats, and some more buttons on the right hand side to collapse and raise. So if you're interested in buying the Range Rover Sport, then please give us a call on 01580 712 115, or you can send us an email to sales@yourbestcar.co.uk. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we take part exchanges and offer finance packages, so if either of those options intrigue you, then please let us know. We're all accessible on iMessage or the Meta platforms for Facebook, Instagram or WhatsApp, so if you have any questions about our cars, or you have some details of your part exchange to send over, then please feel free to message us on those platforms too. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and best of luck with your search for a new car.